And as I said to you the other day, you always hold my feet to the fire. So I want to thank you for that. And we really appreciate the long-standing collaboration with Ilford Bid. And what we're doing with the chambers now will just go hand in glove with what you're doing. And so thank you. So I'm going to hand over to you that you can present the first Redbridge Chamber of Commerce Business of the Year Award, which is sponsored by Mont Rose College.
Perfection. Thank you so much, Anthony. What you just said is exactly what we really want to do to inspire business within our local community. And no one does better than you. Look at what you've done today with this expo, bringing industry and property together, business forging forward right here in City Gates Church Conference Center in Ilford Town Center. So, with that said, we would like to acknowledge and thank the people who've made these awards possible. Mont Rose College, great leaders in community, absolute educators. They touch every single corner of our community, from sustainability to well-being to educating people. And we would like to thank them for honoring this award and like to bring them up real quickly and to say thank you for all they've done in sponsoring that. So Miss Ida Umber, do you mind coming up real quickly to receive your prize? A little token of say thank you. You're very welcome. A quick picture. Thank you so much. And are the award winners here? Hair touching the house by any chance? Well, since they're not here, I will be accepting the award on their behalf and making sure it gets to them. I will now hand over back to Anthony to discuss the next award. Thank you to everyone.
Yeah, so we just want to announce that Hair Touch Barbers are the winners of the first year. We put it together very quickly. We realize and we understand that, but we just want to thank Hair Touch and everybody that was nominated, and make sure that you support these businesses because these are Redbridge businesses who are doing great work in Redbridge. Did you get a picture of me on the award? Excellent. So Cyril has accepted it on their behalf. Now I want to hand over to Matthew Bell. I know most people here know who Matthew Bell is, but I just wanted to give Matthew an opportunity to say a few words about two people that we really admire and respect, and I wouldn't be here without their support and help. And Matthew Bell.
Thank you very much. Okay, so there are two people on board of Redbridge Chambers. One is Michael, Michael Pichard. And Michael has basically carried the chamber through over the last few years. He runs his own business, but he's took all the time out as well to give the chamber what it needs as well, to basically promote it, having all the meetings. And often he says, we've got a meeting with this MP, or we've got a meeting in the House of Lords. Who wants to come? And everybody keeps quiet, and he goes. Yeah. So he's always been on hand. So we've obviously got this award for him, or a gift, should we say? More of a gift. So on his behalf, I will see him anyway. So I'm going to accept this on his behalf as well, just to let you all know. Yep. Thank you. And the second person also want to talk was Leonor Lord. Leonor, she is the practical hand for the chamber. She handles the finances and making sure everything happens as it's supposed to be. So, she has done a sterling job. Again, she's got her own job to do, but yet she gave the time for that, for all the events, the costs, making sure everything was done, all the membership is in place, all of those things which is crucial for the chamber to run. And again, she did an untiring job. Again, we're very grateful to her. So that's for Leonore. And thank you. And we have some flowers for her as well. Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you. So we will make sure that they get these gifts. Now we are going to move into our marketing your business session. So there's two key things that every business needs to do. So one thing that a business needs to do is make sure that they're up and running. So they start a business. We did a session earlier on that. And then once you're up and running, you need customers. You need clients. You need for people to know who you are and be able to find you. So I'm going to hand over to Dave, who's been doing a stellar job as the co-chair of the Redbridge Chamber of Commerce. and helping out with so many different things. There's so many of these sponsors that are here today through Dave, and he will be hosting this session.
Thank you, Anthony. Quick round of applause for Anthony as well for all of his hard work today. Quick show of hands, who here runs their own business or has their own business? And as Anthony said, without clients, customers, your business will fail. So if I was going to give you an opportunity now to market your business to the room, would you take it? Put your hand up if you would. Let's go.
Hi, I'm Fedros. I'm the director of L-Code, and we help small to medium businesses with their software needs. We help build digital platforms or internal communication channels to make operations smoother.
And sorry, who are you looking? Who's your ideal client? Fantastic. Thank you very much. They give him a round of applause. Why not? We have an absolute powerhouse panel today of business experts and marketing experts. First up is, and I'm going to hope I say his name correctly, Rushton Rafai. Did I get it right? Did I say it?
Hiya, I'm Rushdan Rifai. Currently, I'm working as a marketing, business and marketing lecturer at Mont Rose College. Previously, I have been handling multinational brands such as Complan and serving as a brand manager as well.
Thank you. And he's already been introduced, but he'll introduce himself again, no doubt. Matthew Bell.
Thank you very much. Yes, Matthew Bell. I actually run two companies. I run an IT company, which I've been running for many years. And recently, about a year and a half ago, I started a cyber protection company. And guess what? Use the experience from the IT company to try and get to launch the cyber protection company and get that up and running. So yes, I have questions I can answer.
Fantastic. Thank you, Matthew. And next up is Shanazz Begum.
Good afternoon, everybody. So my name is Shanazz, and I'm the CEO founder of AEO Rex. I'm also a physics lecturer at Birmingham Metropolitan College. I'm also a personal trainer with Les Mills. So I'm happy to be here today to explain to you how I can benefit your business. Thank you.
Thank you. And last but not least, lots of people in the room will know him. It's Simon Lewin.
I don't know if I should be worried if people know me or not. Maybe they know me for the wrong reasons. So for those people who don't know me, I run a company called Inspirational Training Solutions. My belief is that we all should be paid what we're worth. And sometimes as SMEs, we struggle to get paid what we're worth. So that's my main focus and desire to make sure that people do earn correctly. Thank you.
Thank you, Simon. And one of the key things to being paid correctly is getting clients and customers to your business. And the surest way of doing that is through marketing. So what tips, Simon, would you give to a business owner to ensure that their marketing is effective?
Good question. I think the most important thing is, do you know your market? How many of you know your audience, your ideal audience? People often say, anybody who wants to buy my product or my service. If you don't know who your clients are, how can you reach out to them? So the next point is, you need to have a message which is relevant to that particular audience. And then the last thing is, well, once you've got your message, what platforms are you going to use in order to reach out to them, and they're going to be there. So those would be my main tips to be working with in terms of marketing your business. And always reflecting back on it to ensure that your landscape is still the same, because often with various things in the world, things change, clients come and go, you want to be current.
It's interesting that you mentioned being current and staying on top of trends. Shanazz, what would you say? You obviously deal with a very special type of marketing. Could you just explain what that is and why you took the leap into joining that market?
Okay, so what I specialize in is answer engine optimization, or AEO for short. And it's like the next step up from traditional Google search. So put your hands up, how many of you have used ChatGPT in the last, I don't know, 24, 48 to 72 hours? That's more than half the room, exactly my point. How many of you have made your website visible to AI? I want you to do one thing. I want you to grab your phone, take it out of your pocket right now, and go to ChatGPT and ask it who's the best known industry in your whatever area that you specialize in. Just search ChatGPT, see if your name comes up. If your name doesn't come up, well, that's where I can help. We can optimize your website and make sure not only is it structured so AI can pick it up, but also your website builds authority and trust. And it works on a completely different algorithm to Google SEO. So that's why I step in. Thank you.
Thank you, Shanazz. And obviously, AI is a hot topic at the moment. It's a lead-in trend. Matthew, how else would you advise business owners to stay on trend with their marketing?
Okay, so what I would advise is this. When you decide to market your business, whatever it is, number one is, do you measure what you've done, what money you spent in marketing on your return, on your returns on it? Do you check to see that you actually marketed to the right audience for the products that you're trying to sell? Or do you just generally say, I'm going to get, for example, a data list from somebody, and I'm going to contact them and market them, email them or whatever, or MailChimp them? Do you actually look and research the companies or organizations that are relevant to the product that which is you're trying to sell? And this is where a lot of companies fail. They just do general marketing. They get very little leads in, and when they do call those leads, they don't materialize. That's because they're not specializing. So you need to align what it is that you do as a product to the marketplace that basically you're trying to basically gain access to.
Yes, so I was going to add to what Matthew was saying as well. In order for your business to be picked up by AI search engines like ChatGPT, Perplexity, Gemini, you need to structure your website in such a way, and that also includes having the answers to the common questions that your customers ask in your relevant field. If you're not doing that on your website, AI will not even suggest your website. In fact, if you're not even structured in such a way, AI won't even know you exist. And I think it's a unique opportunity for businesses out there to basically answer the common questions that your customers are asking. Because if you haven't structured your website in that particular way, AI doesn't want to know. It will not recommend you to your customers, and your competitors are already one step ahead of the game. I mean, research alone shows that 2.5 billion prompts a day are made to ChatGPT alone. That's where customers are in 2026 and going forward. It's not where you want to be. It's not where you want to be, where your customers are looking. So, I mean, it's a no-brainer, basically. Get optimized now. Like my slogan is, evolve or become extinct. Thank you.
Thank you, Shanazz. Appreciated over there. Knowing your customer and knowing your client base is really important. Rushton, how would you recommend using social media in order to get closer to who your client base is?
In current context, social media plays a major role in day-to-day practices. So for example, most of the current businesses, what they do is, so they try to push whatever the thing they have in the social media at once. So basically, social media is like a personalized communication material to your customer. So for example, in my personal experience, when I was handling these brands, so I had an issue where one particular store, it had less sales. So I had to think like, how can I utilize whatever the resources I have, because I was lacked with my budgets. So what I did is, I did kind of digital fencing. So digital fencing, anyone knows about digital fencing? So digital fencing is basically like where, you know, when you use Auto Trader. So where like you are a resident of Redbridge, so you don't want to go to let's say Scotland to buy your car. So what you do is you specify your requirement. So what I did is, so I did a fencing for that particular area. So and then so I selected that particular location. So I found the relevant customers to me, like as they said. So KYC is the main thing, know your customer. So all of you, all the people you see, they are not your customers. So on that, then I use these metrics like CPM, those kind of metrics to share my communication or share my product to them. So that's how you use social media as a most efficient way of reaching your customers.
Thank you, Rushton. So obviously geography is one set of data you can use to target your market. Matthew, what other data and how would you use it to market? What would your tips be on the wide range of data available to you?
Okay, so when you look at data, you need to research your customers and see that they're relevant to the products which you're trying to sell to. Don't just go and buy any database. So you need to be asking the right questions to the where you obtain your database from. You need to be asking the relevant questions to make sure the data you have is clean, and it basically it then reflects what it is that you're trying to sell. So that is a lot easier. So I mean, if I just give another example, I'll give you an example of myself. When we first started doing cyber protection, CPG, you can see it up there. I would say to people, I would say to organizations, oh, we can basically protect your phone, we can protect your email, we got a SOC, we got an EDII, and just look at you glazedly and say, well, so what? So guess what I say now? Give me your phone. I take your phone away today, and I've got it for 3 days. What are you going to do? You haven't got your phone for 3 days. You can't do anything. Everything you use is on your phone. So replicate that to a hacker. They do the same thing. They have taken away your phone for 3 days. Except when you get your phone back, there's nothing on it. And then people start to think. So you need to use alternative messaging in your marketing to address people's pain, not what it is that you sell as a product, because they can buy that product from anywhere. All they want to know is how you can solve their pain, and that must be reflected in your marketing. Thank you.
I'm sorry, I keep stealing the limelight here. But I'm eager to get the message out there. Not only these elements that our colleagues mentioned that are really important, but also data has to be relevant and up to date. AI will only pass information on a website that is relevant and up to date. So that means consistently creating blogs and social media content across all platforms. Did you know that AI can also search for videos that are optimized? So when you have social media content, whether it's videos, voice, or text, they can all be optimized for AI search. So as you know, more and more young people today are relying on conversational AI, picture AI like Google Lens, Siri, Alexa. So I think companies first and foremost, they need to design their website, the business around discoverability, and then they can move forward from there. Thank you.
Thank you. Obviously, lots of businesses work in crowded marketplaces. Not every business is at the cutting edge or in a field of one. So Simon, what would your advice be to help businesses make their brands stand out in those sort of marketplaces?
I think it's about having a clear brand identity and how you fit in within a particular market, who your competitors are. And I've had a discussion this week with a client, and they are thinking that they are meant to, because they're in the same market as supermarkets, that they should be competing against supermarkets. The reality is they're not competing against supermarkets. What they're looking at is to try and get people to buy locally. So a good revenue stream for many businesses is to look at your brand, to look at the people that you want to reach out to, and keeping it local sometimes can be as beneficial as trying to go out to the wider world.
Okay, so it's good advice. Find your niche, find your lane, and capitalize on that.
Most definitely, most definitely.
And Rushton, is there anything you would add to that?
So your business should be, so basically in our classrooms, we teach our students like the Porter's generic strategy. So where you have to be either, you have to focus on the cost or you have to be differentiated in the market. And then we teach about these blue ocean strategies where how to drive your product or your brand in more utilized way by understanding your specific customer base and solving a problem or providing a solution to the customers.
So understanding the client base is really important. Matthew, what would you say about using data then to make sure that marketing is effective even after you understand the client base?
Okay, so I would say once you've taken the time to scope that data and make sure that data is relevant to what it is you're doing as a business, the next stage is how do you market that to potential customers. Obviously, there are many mediums that you can use to do it. You can via LinkedIn, you can do it via phone calls. Yeah, basically the old traditional method, walking around, handing out leaflets, all those things can be done to try and gain traction for businesses. But when you identify all these measures, all these different ways to do it, what you need to do is look at what works. And what works is what you should keep on repeating. So many businesses, what they do is they have different avenues how they market using the data that they received, and they keep doing the same thing over and over and over again. And they wonder why they're not getting the results. So do it for a period of time. It's called test and measure. Test it, apply it, measure it, and do what works, and drop what doesn't. And that's what my advice is. Thank you.
So doubling down on what works and dropping the stuff that doesn't work, essentially.
Dropping it, and it's very hard. People often don't want to drop the stuff that doesn't work. But if you can find, basically, if you can able to do that, that will make you more successful in a very short space of time.
Thank you. And Shanazz, you made quite a big leap leaving a teaching career to go into AEO. How did you know the market was ready for that change?
Okay, so I just noticed things around me were changing. Every student I come across uses ChatGPT to not only do the homework, but to finish the coursework and prepare for exams. My colleagues were using ChatGPT on a daily basis. I have relatives who work for Google marketing team. So from having conversation with those kind of people and watching, to be honest, a lot of inspiration came from people like Neil Patel, who's the biggest marketing guru in America at the moment, as well as Dragon's Den, Australian Sabri Subri. So watching everything around me change triggered a thought in my mind. I thought, well, since everybody's using AI to search for products and services, are businesses being where customers are looking? Are SMEs in the right place? Are they where the customers are looking in ChatGPT, Perplexity, Claude, wherever it is that they use? And I thought, why not? Why not I saw a gap in the market, and I thought, why not create a business that helps SMEs get recognized by AI search engines so they can promote themselves and play with the big boys up there like Google, Amazon, all the big companies I know about already doing this. I've been doing it for the last 2 to 3 years. I just feel like SMEs need that help, the assistance to just catch up with them. And I want UK to be one of those countries that lead in AI adoption. So not just AI creation like China or America, but be the first pioneers in AI adoption. So if all the SMEs in UK start using start using AI to promote businesses, we can be head of the AI race. So it's not just about getting businesses visible to AI. It's also about winning the AI race. I think that'll be definitely advantage to a lot of UK businesses. We need that help at the moment to grow our economy.
Thank you. And Simon, we've heard a lot today about AI. We've heard about social media and online marketing. How important is traditional offline marketing, and how would you recommend businesses go about doing that effectively?
Well, I think there is a lot of noise around AI, using social media to promote yourself. It has its place. But I think what it does encourage is people to take their eye off the ball. And if you continue to do offline stuff, which would be networking, but do it constructively. So if you are going to do networking, you do it with a plan. You have a situation where you know why you're going to a particular meeting. You have particular expectations. You shouldn't be a hunter. You're going there for a reason to try and find potentially new business, but also people that you can collaborate with. There are also other businesses, certain businesses that would also benefit from leafleting and things of that nature, which Matthew alluded to. And sometimes because of the pressure that everyone's using AI, everyone's sending out emails, everyone's using social media, they forget about that. And I think it's a great opportunity to look at your brand strategy if you're not already doing offline stuff, to see how you can improve on that, because you might be ahead of the game in a strange sort of way.
There's a lot of thinking that 2026 might be the year that analog returns, right? And we're looking at people maybe looking for that human connection again. I'm going to open it up to the room. So anybody in the room, there are a few people who own their own businesses. Do you have any questions, either on the topics we've touched on or anything else to do with marketing your business that you'd like to ask the panel? So any other questions? We've got one over here, and and one over here. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. If you've got any other questions, please do put your hands up or have a think about a question you'd like to ask.
Yeah, I think this is for Mr. Bell. Thank you. Yeah, you talked about finding your lane with marketing and stick there. Is there a possibility of exhausting that lane?
Yeah, there is a possibility of exhausting that lane, yes. Everything has a finite. But it depends where you're doing the marketing, whether it's local, whether it's national, or whether it's international. Yeah, whether it's in your local area, for example. So when you are targeting your marketing, you should look at not just the type of customer you're looking to sell to, but also the demographics as well. Even things like, not just the area, things like age, for example. It depends upon what it is. So all those things. So what I would do is I would look at all the demographics, look at location, look at age, look at whether it's national or local. Put all those things together. Look at your product. Okay? Then design what it is you are the target audience that you want to get to, and then get the data for that target audience. Then you are not wasting your time. Thank you.
Thank you. I would also say that many people, for example, have some sort of business plan. They create it, they never do anything with it, and it sits on a shelf. You should have an active business plan. And the question you asked would sit quite nicely into a business plan, which is, how is it working? And also, what do I need to do? We talked about evolution. If you are in a process where you're trying to look at a particular market, does that market change over a period of time? Are people coming and going from that particular market? Sorry, is that right? So what I'm saying is about a business plan, potentially, and part of your business plan would be the fact that you've got some sort of measure about marketing and the finite time that that particular process is working for you. What you will find is that there's probably a good chance that it's going to evolve. And if it's going to evolve because it's the right thing to be doing, your client base might change as well. So the service you're still offering is there, but you're just delivering it to another audience. And as part of that audience, what you would need to have is KPIs in place to say, yes, we're on track, we're below target, or we're above target. I hope that helps.
So tracking and measuring progress towards the lane that you've chosen and that finish line. Brilliant, thank you.
Yeah, so my question is on AI engine optimization. You talked about it, but is this specific to a specific AI tool, or is it going to be applied to all? And my question is because, unlike SEO, which is specific to Google, everyone uses Google. Now with AI, you've got so many of them out there, and you've also got many more coming out in the future. So how would you optimize this that is reflected across all platforms? Thank you.
Okay, so we do answer engine optimization across all platforms. That includes voice, text, and image search. So if you've got product to sell, like a supplement, we can make sure that your picture has special meta tag schemas and markups that the AI machines can pick up and then recommend to your customers. So not only is the image traceable by AI search engines, but also text as well as voice search. We can make sure that if you have any content, it will be also traceable by voice search as well. So we cover everything. I just want to state a few statistics as well. SEMrush did a study recently in 2026, and they found out that 37% of customers or consumers are now searching ChatGPT before they even go to Google. Although Google is relevant in terms of ranking in Google, the research has shown that Google has gone from 100% to 60% in the last 2 years in terms of the market share. A 40% drop, that's huge, and it's continuing to fall. So businesses obviously have to be where the customers are searching, and that is increasingly becoming AI search engines. And we can cover all elements of AI search, whether that's voice, text, and also images as well. So you don't have to worry with it. You know, the amazing things that AI can do today, there's no corner that can't be unturned. And as we go forward in the future, there'll be more advancements, and that's why we're educating ourselves continuously to make sure we provide all the best services to our customers, not just now, but in the future. Recent research has also shown that in the future, the way AI search is going, it'll be more transactional. So instead of getting a recommendation on ChatGPT for a business or service, AI is going to complete the whole transaction from start to end for you. This is why companies like OpenAI and ChatGPT are now doing advertising in their platforms as well, because they realize that customers not only want a suggestion, they want the whole transaction completed from start to end. And as we already know, a lot of people, they trust AI more than anything. And so that trust, we can help you build that trust as well. It works in a completely different algorithm to Google SEO. AO does. Any more questions?
If you shout it out, I will relay it to the room.
Come up if you want.
So my follow-up question is, do you have an example, and when I mean an example, a number to put in to make us understand where this business was before AI optimization and now?
In terms of, well, everybody used to use Google SEO, didn't they, to optimize and rank in Google. But I'm going to say we're not the only pioneers in answer engine optimization. But the shocking fact is only 75% of businesses in the UK don't even know that the opportunity for answer engine optimization exists. They don't even know that. I mean, America and other places are already ahead of the game. In America, for example, 65% of businesses are using answer engine optimization. We need to catch up with them. I don't know why we're falling behind, why we're so slow to progress. So we need to, get out there and basically spread the message that we understand how to use AI effectively in our businesses to promote the businesses and just get our branding out there. So is there anything else you'd like to ask? I hope that answers your question. Thank you.
Okay, we had a question over here.
Yeah, hi, how are you?
I'm
Thank
fine,
you.
thank you. How are you?
Yeah, fine, thank you. The panel's doing really well, well done. Couple of questions to yourself, actually, so you're the right one holding the mic. Did you mention Dragons Den? Was you part of Dragons Den?
I was not. The reason why I mentioned Dragons Den is that I got my inspiration from there.
Okay, yeah.
There's a famous Australian Dragons Den presenter. I think his name is Sabi Subri. So he's like the king and guru of marketing, and I got a lot of idea and inspiration from there. He owns a company called, I believe, King Kong.
Okay.
So that's where I got most of my branding and inspiration from.
Yeah, thank you. Funny enough, myself and my partner, we love watching Dragons Den. I think we've watched over 200 episodes. But anyway, moving on. Just in regards to SEO, now you've mentioned the AI situation. You've mentioned a lot of positive aspects, but what would you say negative aspects would be? Because there's always that balance. You're always going to get the good and you're going to get the bad, and possibly the ugly. So what would you say negative?
With anything in life, people are always afraid of change, aren't they?
Yeah.
It's like when the first, internet or computer was invented, people are like, oh, is that going to really help us? Oh, it's going to, open up lots of, kind of worms, basically. But to be honest, I think going forward, AI is going to be a positive thing. It's not here to take over people's jobs, it's only here to assist people. There are negative. I think the main thing is lack of awareness and education around AI. The more you educate people around AI, the more relevance they see from AI, and that's how they start implementing into the lives and into their business.
So you'd say it's definitely more positive than negative?
I definitely think there's more positive than negatives, 100%. I mean, with anything in life, there's always the good side, the bad side, and the ugly side. They say the good, the bad, and the ugly. But end of the day, if you're a business, you want to be utilizing most of the positive side, don't you, to promote your business. If you're going to look at the negative side only, that's going to bring your business down.
Totally.
Like with anything in life, if you think about the negatives, you're not going to move forward, are you? You've got to focus on the positive, just sell on the positives.
Yeah, just one more thing I wanted to mention with SEO. I used to run my own business as well, and I used to put single words in, but you mentioned putting like whole questions in, like normally what customers normally ask. Would you recommend to do that, like questions on possibilities?
Yes, so I said to any business owner out there or someone thinking of opening on their own business, they must design the website in a way that AI can discover in the first place. Because you can have all the most beautiful websites in the world, AI won't even know your business exists unless you structure it in a way by having the relevant answers to the questions that your customers are asking. So you have loads of text and information on your website that doesn't answer your customers' information, AI will not recommend it. So you're absolutely right. It's all about designing your website in a specific way. Not only that, but building on authority. And the way we build authority is in making sure you have presence across all platforms. So I have an excellent team of marketing PR agents where they can get your content across all platforms, whether it's video, podcasts, radio, basically media. We also have people on our team who can print all the logo branding and do designing of your website for you. So we offer the whole package.
Thank you, Shanazz. Rushton, what would you say the best way is to increase your visibility across all platforms to ensure that AI can find you quickly and effectively?
The case of like visibility, your content plays a major role. Your content, because so basically, when I was working for one of the brands, so what happened is, it was a food product. So initially, I was like telling this product, this food product gives you these much of advantages. People will not care about that. So when I start to like give them like, okay, with this food, can you make additional stuff? I mean, like when you can make a milkshake or something, then the people start to, then the audience start to like capture that. Okay, so these are the advantages. Then telling the advantages to the customer, see, advantage number one is this, two, three, four. So you start to show them these are your advantages. So in that case, like contents plays a major role, and your content should address your customer or your key customer, because the audience you see all over the places, they are not your customers. So you should specific. It's like we say the customer funnel. So we are like, you have this much of people at the end. Basically, let's say if I need to do a marketing campaign, but in UK the population is nearly 70 million. But when you check the Redbridge, so it's 500,000, nearly 500,000. So in that case, so I don't want to like push all my communication towards the 70 million. So I had to target 500,000. From that also, so based on my brand or based on my product, I might have to target only the 1,000 people, and then I need to communicate with the correct content to them, and then to add value to the discussion regarding the AI. So we were talking about all these, we can do metrics and all this, but your AI supports you from the scratch to your metrics. So from your content creation to from your tracking your supporting you to understand your metrics. So it supports.
Thank you. Matthew, if you were going to give one piece of advice to the business owners in the room today that they should action when they leave the room, what would that be?
Don't think about it, do it. Too many times, basically, you put off what you think you should be doing, what you think you put off things that you should be doing, and you start doing other things because it makes you feel better. So do the things that need to be done, which are actually, you may not like doing it, but do it. That way you will feel better. So do what's important to your business and leave the nice things till later, because you'll actually enjoy them more because you've done the things that you hate doing first. That's what my advice would be.
You can't spell traction without action, right? And Simon, you've also...
To answer that one, actually. I would sort of disagree on that, because I like to disagree occasionally. I think you need to be smarter, and that's actually decide on what's going to generate revenue for you and prioritize and make sure, yes, there is an element of enjoyment, but what's going to bring the money in? And what can you outsource? Who can you collaborate with? So if you're not an expert in something, is it better to get someone who is an expert to deliver on that, while you can go out and earn the money that you deserve? So that's my viewpoint. So we disagree a little bit, but maybe agree as well.
Well, this is a conversation that could go on for hours, but we've only got a few minutes left. Another opportunity for a business owner in the room to pitch their business. First one up wins. You have to... You want another question? Okay, go on.
How do you even begin to go about finding who to collaborate with so that you can outsource certain parts of your business?
It's about planning. So for me, when I sit in front of a client for the first time, one of the things I would ask is, what are your challenges? What you normally uncover is, I spend a lot of time doing things that I don't either enjoy or don't generate money. So, or I don't know about, I'm not an expert in it. So a prime example might be social media. I've got to learn how to be good at social media in order to do it. and then I'd take a long time to do it, even if I'm using AI. So would it make sense to make a list of things you're not good at, and it might be best to push out to somebody? If your hourly rate is X, but they're in a situation where they're charging out a lower rate than X, it makes sense because you generate more time to go and earn X for your business. So the starting point would be, what am I not good at? How can I either collaborate or use technology to make me better at what I do? So the primary things that a lot of clients look at is virtual assistants, social media collaboration, website collaboration, and also having someone like myself, a accountability partner. So someone who holds you to task, because many SMEs work on their own. It's lonely, it's difficult, and they don't know whether they're making the right decision or not. By having someone who's not emotionally or financially involved, they can help you see the wood for the trees.
Great advice.
Hi everyone, my name's Alexandra. My business has launched across 9 East London boroughs. It's called Able. We're the trust layer connecting businesses to workers really quickly, in the same way that Uber connects you to cars and Airbnb connects you to houses. We make workers bookable instantly. So we're launching in hospitality and events. We're going to be expanding into other regions. But if you have a hospitality and events business, come and talk to me, because we only charge 8% fees to book workers. So we're also cost leadership pricing, as well as being instant. So we're really fast and really cheap. And if you work in the industry, come to me too, and I'll help you join the platform. We are AI based, but we're also very human. Thank you.
Thank you. So we're just about done. So I'd like to say thank you to all of our panel. A nice round of applause for everybody. Lots of very actionable insights. Matthew's got something else he wants to say, so we'll give him one more opportunity.
Just one quick more advice. I mean, this has happened through us, through cyber protection. I like telling stories because stories help. Okay, so one particular company, they were a accountancy firm, and they got hacked. Now, they took all the relevant steps, which they should do. They informed the ICO, the Information Communications Office. They informed the police. They did everything they did was correct to announce that this has happened. It wasn't their fault. They didn't have in place what they should have had in place, and it's happened, but they mitigated it. Anyway, so they got through that okay. They actually got us to then do the cyber protection for them afterwards in any case. Got through that okay. 6 months later, they had some correspondence with one of their customers. The correspondence was that their business got hacked on the back of them as the accountancy firm, and they took them to court because it then basically literally lost them 70% of their customers. So data, if you've got sensitive data, protecting that data is crucial, because it might not just be you, but the third parties who connect to your system and use it, it might affect them. And this is what can happen. So for any business, data protection, I cannot tell you how crucial that is. Thank you, that's it.
Thank you, Matthew. One of the key takeaways from today that I've taken is getting the right support in place is really important. And today has obviously been hosted by the Redbridge Chamber of Commerce. Becoming a member of the Chamber makes a lot of sense. We have an online and digital subcommittee which will help you with the AI, will help you with the cyber protection. We have a business support committee which will help you with the accountability partners. And we also have the social media support as well. Membership is half price until tomorrow. It just makes sense. You can sign up downstairs on the QR code. Have a great afternoon, everyone.